Yeah, let's get another one going.
Yeah.
Since we started a little late. I mean, I guess technically we could say, oh, it's time, because I think we started like, what, 30 minutes late?
Closer to 50.
Oh, was it 50? Oh, wow.
Roughly. Yeah, it was like 8:50 by the time we got started.
Yeah, we have more than enough time for another game.
I'm just trying to find a good map.
No, take your time. I sure as hell ain't going anywhere. Oh, and by the way, I just want to let you know, you started off at like 6 or 8.
Yep.
You're 11 now?
Yep. I see that.
But yeah, also let me know when you're going to be doing your test stream, and I'll help QC it for you.
All right.
Oh, I did update the coming up section. If you want to add stuff to yours, you're more than welcome to.
All right. And you gonna rock with Terran again, or did you want to try
I think I'm
something
gonna
else out,
stick with Terran because right now it's what I have the most
knowledge
of, and I'm starting to sort of get the feel for how it is. I don't feel like changing it up to Protoss or Zerg because they're gonna handle a little bit different.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure because.
Oh no, yeah, no. I figured I was gonna stick with Terran because it seemed like when I initially was like, oh, what am I gonna play? It's like, well, with everything I've seen, Terran seems to be kind of the most all-around and easiest to sort of grasp. I mean, what's nice with the Protoss is that you can just like, okay, build with one drone and then send it back. Because they're just going to finish on their own, but you have to worry about pylon placement, because without pylons you can't build anything.
Yep.
Not enough minerals.
So I was like, I really don't feel like that. And then I was just like, I really don't feel like having to deal with queens, because queens are kind of vital to actually getting proper production out of Zerg.
Not enough minerals.
Because you'll want to just inject as much as
Not
possible.
enough minerals. Not enough.
Not quite as much as possible, but when the timer's up.
Yeah, you want it on cooldown.
Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
And I just didn't feel like I would have the control and
Not enough minerals.
kind
Nuance.
of to be able to deal with something like that.
SCV ready.
Oh,
Yeah,
where's the ramp?
I'm going.
Is this the ramp?
Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
Well, I already just fucked up the first thing we talked about. B. Okay. I should remember that. B for basic.
Yep.
Okay. I'm behind now.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Gotcha. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. I can't build here. Yes, sir. SCV ready.
Insufficient
SCV
best
ready.
fuel gas.
Yeah, whatever. This better be good.
Wait, what?
SCV ready. Woo-hoo! Overtime.
Oh, I think I just fucked that up.
You want a piece of me, boy? You gonna SCV ready?
Yep. Fuck.
Armed and ready. Huh? SCV ready. Move it. Go, ready.
Insufficient best fuel gas.
SCV ready. Gangway coming through. SCV ready. Big job, huh? Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Who wants some?
Add-on complete. Base is under attack.
Been waiting on you.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Oh, god damn it.
This better be good. SCV ready. Armed and ready. Keep your shirt on, Sparky. By the numbers, boys. SCV ready. Go, go, go. Who wants some? I feel you. You want a piece of me, boy? Will do. Outstanding. Oh yeah. Gangway coming through. This better be good. Armed and ready. Go ahead. Yo. You want a piece of me, boy? This better be good. I'm going. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Go, go, go. Armed and ready. SCV ready. Gangway coming through. SCV ready. Go, go, go. Affirmative. Ah! You scared me! Woo-hoo! Overtime! SCV ready. I'm on it. What's going on? Yep. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. Gangway coming through.
Hammer that marine button.
Go ahead. You're the boss. We hear you.
God damn it. That's a habit I need to stop doing.
Will do.
I keep wanting to right-click to deselect what the unit I have,
Bad news?
and that
Gotcha.
does not quite work
Armed and ready.
the way I want it to.
I'm going. SCV ready. Go, go, go. Armed and ready. SCV ready. Well, butter my biscuit. SCV ready. This better be good. Who wants some? Huh? SCV ready. Gotcha. Gangway coming through. Move it. In the rear with the gear. Bad news. Go, go, go. Armed and ready. Yeah, whatever. Who wants some? SCV ready. Huh? Ah! You scared me! What's going on? It's Jordan. SCV ready. Yo. SCV ready. Ready to plunder.
Add-on complete. Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. Ready to plunder.
Base is under attack.
By the numbers, boys. Gangway.
Ready for dust off.
Let's get into the fight. Agreed. You want a piece of me, boy? Ready to plunder. Want some? Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
Ready for dust off.
Gangway, coming through. Go, go, go! Bad news? Yep. Ready to plunder.
Mineral field. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Upgrade
Ready to plunder.
complete.
Ah! You scared me! Ready to plunder. Aye, aye.
Additional supply depots required. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Ready for dust off.
Mineral field depleted.
This better be good.
Additional supply depots required. Mineral field depleted.
You got it. Looking forward to it. Who wants some?
Ready for
Additional
dust off.
supply depots required.
Gangway, coming through. I can't build here. Yep. Ready to plunder. Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Gangway, coming through. What's going on? We could use some help here. Who wants some?
Ready for dust off.
Sure. Oh yeah. Gangway, coming through. Bad news? Armed and ready. Of course you want a piece of me, boy.
Ready for dust off.
Bring it.
Mineral field depleted.
Why not?
Mineral field depleted.
You got it. Sure thing. Oh yeah. Die, die, die. Let's rock. Spit it. Get some. Get some. Why not? Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Oops, that wasn't the button I wanted to hit.
Can't hold him alone. Rock. Give me some. Bad news? I can't build here.
Upgrade complete.
By the numbers. Die, die, die. Sure. Armed and ready. Who wants some? Of course. Gangway, coming through. Will do. This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy?
I feel like you took it easy on me that time.
Not really.
So, Doctor, anything you see?
Graphs look good. Stats look good. You want to check out the replay?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, why? That checking out the replay is half of getting better.
Did you hit score screen? Because it says you're still in game.
Oh, I'm looking at the graphs and everything.
Oh, okay.
Do I need to back out of it? Okay,
No,
never mind.
that's where the button is. It just said you were still in game for some reason. No,
Go Blizzard.
That was a much better execution of the Terran death ball that I hate so much. It's been ridiculous since Wings of Liberty, and it hasn't stopped. And then they just keep giving Terran more shit.
I love that joke. Patch notes for Legacy of the Void Nick brought.
Oh god.
It was like, oh, Marines don't spawn from barracks anymore. They just come out of command centers because that's what they should do.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah.
I did make a pretty big mistake early on.
What did you?
I went to cheat a drone with extractor trick and forgot about it and built an extractor before I even had a spawning pool. I totally spaced it because I was like, there was something I was supposed to do, and I was like, oh, I almost have enough for my spawning pool, and then I looked and I was like, why do I have an extractor? Fuck.
What I keep hearing that, but what exactly is that?
Okay, so with the Zerg, when they build a building, they lose a drone.
Right.
So you start building an extractor, because they're dirt cheap, they're like 75 minerals,
Okay.
and it reduces your supply, because that drone is not...
Oh, okay. So you pop out another drone and then cancel the reactor.
Yeah, and you get your drone back.
Oh, that's cute.
And
Okay.
I fucked it up, and I ended up with a full extractor and very confused. And that delayed the Zergling push, which arguably went pretty fucking well, I think.
Yeah, no, I think you still did some pretty good annoyance damage on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I took out the expansion before it got built. That was a good start.
Oh yeah, no, that was good on you.
And then I just went really all downhill from there. Because I went for Operation Mutaball and lost 2 overlords because I left them too damn close to the Zerglings, and it was a hot mess. I screwed up minor mistakes here and there, but enough to cost me the game. But I would say you've vastly improved tonight.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels like it, especially watching. I think it was also good to watch the first couple replays as well.
Yeah.
Because it was like, okay, seeing what I wasn't doing and seeing what I'm doing now, and, you know, just having somebody to be like, okay, here's some pointers, this is what you should and shouldn't do.
Like, look at this.
Very helpful.
You're about to have 2 barracks before 4 minutes. We had games we got to the 6-minute mark and you hadn't even started the first one.
Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit because I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'll just go into the reactor and start pumping out too. I'm like, oh, fuck, I need gas for that.
Yeah. That's okay, though, because you can start pumping out a few Marines while you're working on your gas, because right now your workers are at a good point. Like you haven't really... I thought you were talking about the wall because you went with 3 commands. You do have that one SCV just sitting here chilling, not doing anything, though. That bugs me.
Yeah, I think what it was is I was going to have him start building, a couple of supply depots, but I realized, oh shit, I need to get a gas going, and instead of having this guy build the refinery, I pulled another worker off to do that, and then I'm like, oh shit, this guy down here now.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I pushed a little earlier instead of letting the Zerglings gather in mid, I would have been much better off, because at this point you've only got 2 Marines. But I sort of try to go for a bigger push, and that's what ends up killing me in the end. Oops.
Yeah, another thing I should have been doing is producing from the second barracks, but I didn't because I was like, oh, reactor, and I just let it sit.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could have turned them out a lot faster if you did.
Yeah, I could have had a couple more Marines.
And then gone double reactor, and it would have been okay. But it's still not terrible, but... I mean, at least you're seeing where you could have improved without me having to point it out. Because I'm looking more for my mistakes right now. Because you did pretty well that game. I can't front.
Yeah, no, I felt a lot more comfortable that game too. Like I was starting to get some of the shortcuts down.
See, here's the expansion. This is, as far as I can tell, the first time you've gone for the expansion within a reasonable amount of time. Unfortunately, you don't get it, but that's because I'm an asshole.
Well, you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I also think I would have been better off if I had just chased the Marines first. And then gone back for the command center. Because once the SCV was down, it wasn't going to finish itself.
Yeah.
Instead, I let you get more Marines off and ruin my day. What I can say is mistakes were made, and and they ruined a great many things. And then I leave these guys here because I don't fucking know why.
Yeah, because then I come down to expand, see them, I'm like, oh, hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't double reactor. Like, I just sat on the one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it keeps your options open for Tech Lab if you need it, but you don't really need Tech Lab against Zerg.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of feeling. I was thinking to myself, oh, you know, I might want to get a couple Marauders, but then I'm thinking to myself, but they don't shoot up, and if I encounter Overlords, and, like, Marines are pretty good all around, so I'm like, well, let's start backing this up with some medevacs at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Tech Labs are good against, again, you've got an SCV just sitting there, and upgrades not going when you've got plenty of resources, but...
Yeah, I think it was I was wanting to get the, like, it's one of those ones that's just remembering that, you know, okay, that's built, start utilizing it, and...
Yeah. I mean, just minor little things, like...
Oh, yeah, it's one of those with time and practice things.
Yeah, because now you've got two SCVs just sitting there, one on the engineering bay, one on the factory, and... You could very easily, like, if you don't know what you're going to build next, just set them to build one building and then get back to the mineral line or the gas line, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not hurting you too bad. You're definitely doing all right here. I was kind of slacking off on the economy because I was like, okay, the Zergling push went well. I'll just start up the Mutable and see what happens. And no, way too late. I mean, I think if I push that second batch of Zerglings now, I might have done better, but I wait longer again.
Yeah. Wow, I completely just lost track of that SCV. Because it is still just chilling there, like, admiring the paint on the factory.
He blends in.
Yeah, that didn't help.
He's right on the corner of it. He blends in really well.
But another thing I was noticing was that little indicator of, like, oh, you have idle... workers wasn't always showing me having idle workers.
Huh. I mean, you don't always have idle workers. Like, when he was building the factory, it wouldn't have popped. But
Right, but, like, I usually try and keep an eye on that because it's kind of helpful of, like, oh, I've got a worker idling and I need to do something with it.
A good trick for that, like, when you do see it, is instead of going in fucking looking for the guy, just click it and it'll automatically select him.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because.
But like I said, it wasn't showing like a 1 or a 2 type of thing. Like sometimes it would just be blank, and this guy is fucking idle for a really long time.
Yeah. I see the third barracks has come up. I see you understand the ways of the Terran. 2 starports, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to get a feel for it. That's for sure.
It was definitely a solid game. I also see you're not going nuts with supply depots. Now you've got like 3 guys just standing there doing nothing. What the hell?
I know, trust me, like, seeing that this one guy at the fucking factory, and I know there are times I checked it, and it did not show an idle worker.
What about the dude just standing on the supply depots? He drives me nuts too. He's been there for a while.
I think it's one of those ones like I'm busy mashing A or something.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, because none of the barracks are producing anything right now. But
Really? Oh. I don't know what I was...
the
maybe I'm
Vikings coming up.
focusing on the starports or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got the reactor up in the Vikings, and you're building the armory. But yeah, he's just been chilling there, and he doesn't blend in nearly as bad as the dude at the factory.
Well, I'm gonna just watch this. I want to see how long it takes before I find him.
I don't think you do.
I honestly
That's what concerns
don't.
me.
I don't think he ever moves after making that fucking factory.
He built himself into it. I thought we'd build a mobile factory and I could carry it on my back. Please help, I can't move. Yeah, no, that last push there for me, that was it.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, like, I threw everything I had into that one, mutas and all, and just ran into this marine wall. And I mean, I get some more forces again, but at this point now you've got the medevacs and the Vikings, and you just fucking mow me down. This game was over at the 15-minute mark, as it should have been. It's Terran v Zerg. But I mean, I suppose I could have gone Banelings and stuff, but that's one of those things is, like, coming from a Brood War background, that's not a unit I'm used to having.
Gotcha.
And it's not something I think about. Like, I'll think of Hydralisks before I think of Banelings, and Hydralisks I know are fucking awful this time around.
Yeah, there was another thing where it was like I had this ball, and my first thought wasn't, oh, I should go fucking attack. Like, it took me a little bit longer before I was like, oh, wait, I could probably do some damage right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's sort of the thing with Terran, is you could have harassed, but I wouldn't have sent the entire ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could have sent some of it just to see what was up, but they do tend to build large death balls and then just roll through people, so...
Yeah, and my thinking was at this point, I'm like, alright, well, I've got resources, I could keep steadily pumping stuff up to reinforce it home, and I can start taking my army and, doing damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just building the 3rd expansion now because I'm realizing I'm sort of hosed on gas, and this last mutaball's just starting to join up in the middle, and then you just like do, and I'm like, oh no, he's marching through mid, and that's it. Because then I start throwing Zerglings and mutas everywhere to try and pull through this, and it's not going to happen. So... See, that's the weird thing, is you almost came down and got the 3rd, and then you're like, no, let me turn around and get the 2nd, and I would have been okay if you took the 3rd first.
Well, the thing with that is that I realized my forces were starting to split, And I'm like, oh shit, I need to get them back together. And when I did that, I noticed the creep. So I'm like, oh, there's a base here. Let's fuck it up.
That worked out well for you, and very poorly for me. And then you ignored that one extractor.
Yeah, I don't know why I ignored. I even thought about that. I'm like, I should just finish that extractor off. I'm like, nah, fuck it, keep going forward. I'll come back for it. I know where it is.
It's like you don't even go back to it directly from here. You sort of float around and find the third base first. It's the very last building you touch.
I know. Well, because after taking this out, it didn't say you hadn't rebuilt. So I'm like, okay, there's another base here. And for some reason, my guys just decided to... I just clicked over here. I'm like, okay, that works.
Yeah, I was even like willing to sacrifice the main, and I was like, hopefully he won't find the third. Like you'd go looking in one of the other corners or something. So I tried building another spire just so I could keep up meter production, and nope.
And then I wait for a second because I don't know why. I think I was building stuff at home. And I'm like, okay, I'll just let these guys do their shit, and then I'll come back once I'm done producing.
I mean, at this point, I knew it was pretty much over. Like, I could have just GG'd and surrendered, but I'm looking at it now, and I still have a drone hiding behind the gas at my main, and I could have actually started rebuilding the main.
Which is funny, because if you would have done that, I would not have thought to go back to check. I would have continued going to the other expansion areas.
Yeah.
You had one overlord. Oh yeah, I would have eventually, but you probably would have given you enough time by the time I checked all those spots.
Yeah.
But I still love you have that one overlord in the top left, just chilling.
And one in the bottom right.
Oh.
Just 'cause I wasn't... Because you're Terran, you can lift off buildings and land them wherever you want. It bugs me.
Yeah, and I actually, right toward the end, I started to get a third going.
Yeah, because I've seen people like build the expansion where it's supposed to be, take an attack on it, lift it off, and then put it on like the complete opposite side of the map and land it again.
Yeah, one of the things I was wanting to do on a couple of those maps that had some islands, which
is lift off and expand to an island.
Yeah, which is why you were like, oh, you're building a command in your base, and I was like, yeah, because I was going to lift it and then move it to one of the islands.
Not a bad plan, but you're better off building it in an expansion first.
Okay.
Because that way you've got something protecting the main.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I'll hit the secondary, and that gives it more time to finish. Or you could build it in the secondary, and I'll be like, oh, he's got a secondary.
God,
and then you lift it off and move it, and then you dump another command center right back into the secondary.
Yeah, I remember there was one of the Day 9 videos. He had one of the people who submitted, it was, you had to move your command, you had to lift your command center and move it to another location before you started producing. And one of the maps had an island, and the guy just moved it to the island and just started amassing this giant air force. And he was against a Zerg, and the Zerg was like, where the fuck are you? Because it's like, he circles the map before he realizes, oh, he took an island. It was like, island? Really?
That's kind of fantastic, though.
But that was a load of fun. I'm actually really happy we did this tonight.
You want to do one more?
Yeah, fuck it. I ain't got nowhere to be.